Good morning, everybody. Special day. Holly's even here on time. Light just went out up there. Light came back on.
I'm getting so tired of the company.
Good Thursday morning to you, everybody. Welcome in to another edition of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Josh and Holly getting you to work, getting you to school, getting you home from work for you night shift warriors. Back to Studio A today, the Unity Medical Center studios on Oakdale Street. We are glad to be here with you, getting you wherever it is that you are going. We are up and running on the AM 1320, FM 1079, FM 1067, worldwide on the Manchester Go app. If you want to watch the show, you can always catch it over on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Search for Thunder Radio and catch us on the Carmine Family Dental Camera Perfect Smile Cams, thanks to Dr. Carmine and his practice over in Deckard, the Carmine Family Dental cameras. So get on over there and watch the show. You can also catch the replays of it on those channels as well. We got a lot to get to today. It's going to be a busy day. First day, I guess not first day back. It feels like it's been a while. We were busy yesterday. We're going to get you caught up on our day. We were tearing stuff up, and it was fun. I'm not going to lie. We know what our basketball teams are up to now when it comes to region tournament. We'll talk about that. We've got birthdays, name that tune, stupid, silly stat. We actually did show prep. I spent like 3 minutes on it yesterday, so we feel pretty good about where this show is going to go. The phone lines are open. The Ben Lomond Connect hotlines. Call in birthdays or any other randomness you would like to. It's 728-1320. We would love to have your phone calls. Show brought to you each and every day by Dr. Van Winkle. We're going to be in office soon with Dr. Van Winkle, showing you the Emsella treatments. So you cannot just take our word for it. You can actually see it happen. We tried to do this right before Christmas. We tried it, and Dr. Van Winkle got called away for emergency surgery. We ended up doing the treatments. We just didn't do it live on air because of the schedule change. So we're going to try to do this again live on air so y'all can see just what all that treatment entails. It's going to be a rainy, windy day, but still kind of mild. It's nice out there right now. It's a little breezy and overcast, but 55 degrees. I'm fine with that. I'll take that as long as it's not cold. We're going to hit mid-60s today, but the rain does move in later. Temperature update brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. They got a ribbon cutting coming up today. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, let's bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Across from me sits the brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and president of Coffee County Broadcasting Incorporated. She is by far the looks inside of this studio. She is the president-elect of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce, and she is the 2023 Chamber of Commerce Board Member of the Year. Holly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Oh, you sound beautiful today.
I missed everybody.
I know, I did too.
We did show prep. I missed you guys so much.
Studio B is not the same. It is not.
Morning, Deidre.
RD?
RD.
D.
Not your D, but our D. And Sherry Petty is on this morning, and a few others. Good to see y'all. So we got to turn the music off when it plays. YouTube, Facebook do not like it at all. Morning, Pam. Good to see everybody today. They missed us too. Like, here comes everybody. They missed us a lot, clearly. I missed you a lot. Jessica Addison says no more days off. We weren't off. Well, actually, we were. I was off most of the day. I came in and did swap and shop. But I was busy yesterday tearing stuff down with big equipment. We'll talk about that in just a second.
Comings and goings, what's happening in and around the community with us and with everybody else. We got several events to talk about over the next few days. Today, a big one over at Wisteria Hill. We hope to see a lot of people over there. At 4 o'clock, they're having a ceremonial ribbon cutting. And the thing about they're open. Some people hear ribbon cutting and they think that they're not open until they're open. It's just kind of a ceremonial thing with the Chamber of Commerce to celebrate their new location at 205 South Woodland Street. Well, they got sales going on all day today. Buy one, get one half off the entire store at Wisteria Hill. So y'all going by, you don't have to wait to the ribbon cutting. Go on by and celebrate early. 205 South Woodland Street. Tell them Thunder Radio sent you, and they'll smile back at you. Other things. This weekend, Baskerville. Let's get that right. Baskerville is happening at the Manchester Arts Center Friday, Saturday, and then matinee on Sunday. Coming up on the 27th of February, the high school visual arts, fine arts event. That'll be February the 27th. Basketball this weekend. Lady Raiders Friday night at home at 7 against Independence. The Red Raiders at home Saturday at 7 against Franklin. Those are the region quarterfinals. Those are elimination games. We hope to see you out there at the patch. If you can't make it, of course, you can hear it live on Thunder Radio. We had a lot of people listening in last week, I know, to the district championship games who could not make it out. If you can, here's the deal. It's not easy to find a little FM radio anymore. You may have to order it on Amazon. Sometimes Walmart carries them. Get you a little FM radio, bring your earbuds, and listen to the game. If you listen on the Manchester Go app, it's a delay. So it's kind of hard when, you're 12 seconds behind and we're already down here shooting when something happened down there. But if you listen on the FM, it is as it happens. So a lot of people like to do that and make that the way they listen to the game. Somebody told me one day, one of our advertisers said, I was sitting in the bleachers looking around and I cannot believe the amount of people sitting up there with FM radios listening to the basketball game.
I forgot to bring it for the boys game, but when we're at home, I normally have a big headset because the thing about
people don't talk to you.
The thing about the AM FM radios is they don't, a lot of times you can't hook your Bluetooth up to them. So you can't use your earbuds.
Yeah.
You gotta
use
put
the old plug-in earbuds. Yeah.
What's the plug-in with just the one? I'm not gonna do that, but
the 3.5 millimeter, the jack there.
Yeah, the jack. That's the word I'm thinking.
Yeah. Jessica says, wait a minute, you did swap and shop for 2 people, but you did not do the morning show for all of us. Correct, Jessica. We did do the morning show. It was just
technically we
did.
It.
It was audio only yesterday. You had to go old school and listen to us on the radio, not see our beautiful faces. I refuse to bring the cameras inside of our dining room. I'm not going to go there. I'll take them anywhere, but I'm not going to bring them into the dining room for a Studio B broadcast. Other events coming up. We are 12 days away from Election Day. That's March the 5th. I believe early voting wraps up this week, so we'll get that done. We are 17 days away from the return of daylight savings time. Not this weekend or next weekend, but the following weekend we spring forward. And 27 days away, speaking of spring, from the official return of spring. Or the start of spring, or however you want to word that.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Yeah, we were outside yesterday. We're gonna talk about that later, but we were doing yard work things. Big, heavy yard work things. Tearing down a big deck. So we will discuss how that went. I will just give you a lead into that. There is nothing that makes me feel more like just a boy than getting on some heavy machinery and tearing up something. I did not realize how much fun that was going to be.
Yeah, which is good because you didn't want to. You were having sentimental thoughts about the deck.
I was having a hard time with it. I didn't want to tear it down, but shout out to Tennessee Contractor Equipment Rental, the official rental company of the Peterson Pool Project. So Lee Cunningham and his team over there.
Yeah, they
take good care of you.
Yeah,
they take good care of you. So we'll talk more about them too. But we're glad to have them helping us out with that, and they can help you out with your projects this spring and summer too. At Tennessee Contractor Equipment Rental. That's the new one over there on Ragsdale Road, right off the interstate. What?
Nathan, I was trying to talk about them, and I was like, that was it. That was all I had.
Holly coming in with the great stuff. He had they've been good to us. So anything else in comings and goings that we need to talk about?
Well, did you go through the list that we made?
I did.
Okay,
100%.
then no.
Yeah, I don't know if you were listening to the show, but I did. No, she wasn't. She was so zoned out thinking about that really good line she was just going to tell y'all. Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
She's a professional.
I didn't know where you ended. I knew where you started, but I didn't know where you ended.
Yeah. No, I did them all. Get all the items. And if I'm missing something, chances are those things are on our community calendar. If not, let me know about them. You can email your calendar events to wmsr@thunder1320.com. College Street's got Winterfest Friday night, I believe.
Yes.
I think it's Friday night.
Jessica?
Yeah, she can fill us in. I know sister-in-law's got to be there for that.
Okay, then yeah.
I think it's Friday night for that. Sister-in-law for me basically has turned into sister.
Sister. She messages Josh more than she messages me because she knows that
she knows Holly doesn't want to gossip.
I'm not a big chatter. I don't. I like if I ever do have something to talk to her about or to tell her, I call, I tell her, and then I get off the phone.
Yeah,
that's it. It's like
she'll text me in the morning about something and then restart that conversation at 1 p.m. after something else had been revisited between there.
Josh is a lot chattier than I am. He likes the gossip. He likes the
gossip.
Oh, he loves the gossip.
Weather forecast today. So the beautiful day we had yesterday, unfortunately, we're not going to get that again for a few days, but it's not going to be awful. And I guess the way I look at it this time of year, Holly, is any decent day is a win, right? Yeah. Anytime it's not 35 and windy, I'm all about it as we are getting ready to wrap up February here pretty soon. So 65 today for your high. Going to be windy though, 20 mile an hour sustained, 30 mile an hour gusts. So it's a little breezy. And by this afternoon, really after about 3, which is unfortunate because it's kind of hitting drive time, we see a 60% chance of showers. Overnight tonight, a 100% chance of showers. Could see some thunderstorms before 2 o'clock. Nothing severe really expected. Could see up to a half an inch of rain. 46 overnight tonight, but we recover pretty nicely. Usually after one of these fronts rolls through, it gets really cold. 60 tomorrow, but it will be breezy again. Decreasing clouds throughout the day. 37 Friday night. Saturday, not the best day. Right around 50, partly sunny. Back to below freezing Saturday night, 27 degrees. And then we see a really nice warm up. Sunday, 60. Monday, 67. By the time we get to Tuesday of next week, it looks like we're going to be around 70 degrees and 71 actually. And Wednesday looking to be about the same. Weather forecast brought to you by Patton Pest Control. Spiders, termites, fleas, ants. Call today. Those are going to be a problem quicker than you know it. That's the good news is spring is coming. The bad news is spring is coming. That means the bugs. Call Tyler Patton, 931-247-0781. Update on Winterfest at College Street, 5 to 7:30 on Friday.
Yeah.
So if you want to go by and see that, that's Friday at College Street.
She had texted me the information before I was like, we were talking about it, and we were asking her if I had just looked at my phone.
Nice. Now you have it.
Now I have it.
Well, they have like games and stuff, right?
Yes. Do you remember when ours used to go to
College Street? Oh, yeah.
College Street Winterfest? Their most favorite thing to do, and I don't know if they still have it, but their favorite thing to do was to go to the 911 room.
Okay, I don't remember that, but I believe
they
you.
would bandage you up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did the kids did love that. Simple stuff. So y'all enjoy that. That's Friday night. Thunder Radio Morning Show here until 8:30, brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. Dr. James Van Winkle. Learn more about how the Emsella treatments can solve urinary incontinence in time for the spring and summer. Simple in-office treatments. Learn more at drvanwinkle.com.
Reduce fat and tighten skin today by getting Emsculpt Neo treatments with Dr. James Van Winkle in Manchester. This is a non-invasive body.
Clem wants to know when we can expect the opening of the pool. Probably fall 2027. That's probably when it's going to be. None of this moves fast at all. I'm not trying not to get nobody's hopes up about nothing. It'll open when it opens. So for now, I got to find somewhere else to swim until we get it up because we don't have another pool. That's gone.
You wanna write some birthdays down?
They come from your brother?
No, they did not.
Okay. Birthdays for today? Go ahead. Birthdays.
Anna Jones.
That's today. We love Anna. All right.
And Taylor Anthony.
Taylor Anthony. All right. Couple of high school athletes there. Very good. The Fundies Awards Committee meets today for the first time, so let that stress begin.
I love this part. I love it.
Do you?
Yes.
They're doing the actual event. Staria Davidson got a birthday. Staria over at the storehouse.
Yeah.
Do a lot of great work. It's Davidson, not Davidson. A bunch of the kids loved that, and it was the cheapest thing that they did. The 911 room or whatever.
The kids would come out and they'd be like, "Oh, Mama, I got hurt." They'd be all wrapped up in
Yeah,
blood.
face paint too, right? That was always.
A what?
Didn't they have face paint? And the kids like to get face. Didn't Gracie come out with a full black cat face one day?
The girl wanted her face painted like a cat, and the lady that did it just took a black paint and painted her
Made her a panther.
whole face black.
Why didn't she
There
just
was
put
no
whiskers?
nose or nothing. It was just, there, you're a cat. Oh man, I wish I could find the picture. I know I took one. She was little.
You know what? You might want to change the channel. Yeah, because you're about to get offended. Okay, you've been warned. This is the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
Here until 8:30. Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. M-Sculpt Neo. We're talking about spring and summer and getting outside. You want those muscles. You want to look good for the pool and the beach and the lake. M-Sculpt Neo can spot reduce fat as much as 30% in the treated area. Learn more. drvanwinkle.com. I am Josh Holly. Welcome back.
Can I say something
Yeah,
about
do
those?
that while I shut this.
Say something about these treatments.
Do it.
3 years ago, I was in super good shape going into the summer. Not great shape, but just good shape for me. You
Okay.
know, I wasn't like ripped or anything, but I was in a presentable shape 3 years ago. And I just had the hardest time. You know, I'm like, what was I doing different then? I wasn't doing a lot. And I thought about it this morning when I was getting ready. I was having those treatments and
You didn't have the M-Sculpt treatment. You had the
Emcella.
No.
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 The-
You had Temperature Envy.
yeah, those.
And that did help. Yes.
And I think I need to
Do it again.
do it again, except have him do. I did my stomach last time.
Mhm.
I need to do my stomach and my backside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
The Temperature Envy was more of a wrinkle reduction thing, and they still do that, I reckon. But you did it on your face and you did it on your stomach, and it tightened up tightened up any wrinkles, and
that wasn't only for wrinkles.
yeah, it tightens up the skin. It tightened your skin. 100%. I did the ads for it. I remember. I remember the video of you doing it. Don't challenge my memory.
I do challenge that.
You're wrong. Temperature Envy is a wrinkle reduction and a skin tightener. And it tightened your skin up.
Maybe, but my stomach was also smaller. Like it
I don't
got.
think that had anything to do with the Temperature Envy.
Well, we'll just agree to disagree. I can feel my face getting red with anger.
She acts like, why are you mad?
I don't know.
She acts like she's gotten fat or something. She is in great shape.
I'm looking it up.
No.
It's just bothering me. Because
What?
I know it played a difference. Because
It did make a difference, but it's not a.
okay, so it
I'll sit here and wait on her. Tell me I'm right.
it heats deep into the skin to regenerate collagen.
Yeah, it's a collagen regenerator. That's what it is. So it fills in the wrinkles. It stimulates collagen growth.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
no. It made my stomach smaller. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. I believe you.
But I may need to get the one that I got where I sat in the chair.
It's Emsella.
Yeah, I need to get that on my butt.
Emsculpt.
Are you sure I didn't have Emsculpt?
100%. They didn't have it then.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
You tried the Emsculpt Neo treatments on the day that they brought the bus around. You did a little bit of that day. But you didn't do a full treatment. I think you just did a sample.
Is it the same concept as the one I sit on?
I don't know. I think they wrap stuff around you for that one.
Anyway, I need
Dr.
to go
Carmine
back.
says PRF injections. Look into that.
See, it's the word injection
She's done.
that gets me.
She's done. So yesterday, let's talk about the pool project. We spent the day yesterday doing that, and really the evening, the day before we went to basketball, we spent some time on it. Shout out to Tennessee Contractor Equipment Rental, the official rental provider of the Peterson Pool project. So, real quick before I continue forward, Leanne Van Winkle has weighed in.
Oh gosh.
It don't tighten the muscle, but it does tighten the skin. Oh, I feel like that's what I said. Thank you, Leanne. I will send you some flowers. So anyway, we started working on the pool. So to do this, we had to tear down. So we had an above ground pool and a deck that I had built a few years ago. And I building that deck was the first thing I've really built
In your life.
in my life. Like, I mean, I made a little coffee table in the living room and a dining room table that rocks
You're
back
not
and
a
forth.
handy
I'm
man.
not a handy
you
person.
don't know how to use the tools.
No, so
you have to Google
Yeah.
like
When I built that deck, I watched a lot of videos
Yeah.
and asked a lot of people a lot of things. And then I took all of that. And if they were like, okay, you put 4 nails in it here, I was like, okay, 12 nails.
Yeah.
You know, I overbuilt this deck. It's like, oh, you could just do a 1 2x12 beam. I'm like, double 2x12s. You know, this deck wasn't going anywhere because I wanted it to last a
he
long
was
time.
so afraid that someone was just going to be standing on the deck having
And
a
the
good
whole
time
thing would fall
and,
over.
and then they're going to fall through the deck.
Yeah, I was terrified that the deck would fall over. It's a big deck. A lot of people out there. I was like,
How
what
many
if-
square feet do you think that deck was?
Oh, it was big. 30 by. It was 30 by 30, roughly.
Okay.
It's a big deck. So, I mean, not it wasn't exactly that. It wrapped kind of halfway around the pool. So anyway, I spent a lot of time on it. It took a long time, longer than I thought it would take to build that. I mean, really, it spanned over a year because I did a lot of it, but I didn't finish the rails and the
Yeah, we had to stain
staining.
it.
I waited
Yeah.
to the next year to do that. So it's a big deck. That's right, Aaron. Big deck. So I was very torn about tearing it down. I did not want to tear it down. I built it I wanted it to last 15, 20 years. I was like, these decks will last a long time. If you take care of them, I want it to last. And we spent a lot of money on that deck. Wood ain't cheap. So, yeah, I was upset. But then, they brought the equipment out there, and Lee Cunningham was showing me how to use the excavator that I had. And he was like, well, I don't want to be the first one to tear anything off of this deck. You need to do that. And I said, no, you do it. I don't want to. Plus, I don't know how to work that. So
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about working it. So he insisted. He said, no, I can't tear it.
I can't be the
I
first
can't-
one to tear
He
your
said,
deck
it's
up.
a beautiful deck. I can't touch
Yeah.
that. And I was like, okay. So I get on there and I was like, I don't want to, I felt bad. I
was
really want to.
Yeah, I was videoing you to do that first like demolition sweep.
Oh, and we have a
and-
video of that.
Yeah, I've got a video of
Oh.
it, and your eyes look sad, but you were also smiling like
Yeah.
a possum.
So once I got a hold of the rail and I gripped it and pulled and it ripped everything off all the way around and just yanked it up like a rag doll.
Yeah,
That was the most fun ever. I was like, let's tear it down. Let's tear this whole thing down. There's nothing more fun. I feel like a kid with the Tonka trucks.
yeah.
You know, I'm just like dirt movers. So it's so powerful.
Yes.
And we had that deck tore down in
24 hours?
less than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably took us We worked on it for a couple hours Wednesday evening, and that probably by 10 yesterday morning, 11, it was gone.
Yeah.
So probably 4 or 5 hours of work. That whole deck was done, was gone, and the above ground pool gone, and that area cleaned up. So it didn't take long with the right equipment from Tennessee Contractor Equipment Rental, but super fun to do that. But it's still a little sentimental about it. But once we get it all done, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be great out there.
One of our friends that is helping us with the pool. He's the pool guy.
The pool guy.
We were waiting on Josh to get home. Josh was coming home yesterday.
Yeah, I went to do swap and shop.
Yeah, was coming home, and so we were just kind of sitting there, and our friend was like, "Get on there, I'll show you how to use it." And I was like, "Okay." So I hopped up there, and once you get the controls right,
Yes.
you know, it's got the bucket on it that has like the teeth for grabbing.
Yeah.
So we were just essentially taking bites out of the wood.
Yeah.
And backing out and pulling it out and then putting it in a pile.
Yeah.
But at first he was like, "You're too, hesitant with your movements." He's like, it looks too jerky.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you gotta relax.
tear into it.
Yeah. But I think by the time that we got it done, I could have thread a needle with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could have like picked up a needle and thread it.
Yeah, once you get the hang of it, of all the controls. I would get very frustrated when I push the wrong thing. Like I get a part of like I'd have the bucket on this excavator, and I would pick it up. I would pick up a portion of it. Like I pulled these big 6x6 posts out of the ground, and I one time I had it perfect. Like I grabbed that post, and sometimes I'll hit the wrong button. Like you tilt the bucket the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's just a pain. I tilted it just right. I gripped it, picked it up. I was like, perfect. And then I was like, man, that's great. And I went to slide and turn and drop it over here in a pile for the skid steer to come pick up. And when I turned, instead of hitting the button to dump it, I hit the button that squeezed it tighter, and it took that 6x6 and splintered it into a million pieces. And I was so mad. So that happened a few times. Clint has a lot of memories on that big deck.
Oh yeah,
that's true. So that's what we were doing yesterday. We spent most of it was a beautiful day to be outside. And
anybody that we tell, any of our friends or anything, we had to knock down the deck. They feel bad for Josh.
Like, oh.
They're like, "I'm so sorry that you had to do that."
Yeah.
He wanted to make sure we had lots of pictures before we.
I was like, before we take this down, do we got pictures?
I had to go through all my photos and send him all the really.
I want proof that I built that because I wanted it to be around for a long time, and we were going to, spend a lot of time on it. And now that it's not going to be there,
I told Josh I was going to keep a piece of the wood and like have it mounted with a description.
Yeah, like etch it on there.
We
put the years that it survived. Only made it to 4.
We've got a sign after Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, and we went down after, not directly after,
No,
just
it happened to be down there. So it was 12 years later, I think, or 10. It was
but
after.
I guess there was an artist down there at the French Quarter Market. What they were selling signs painted on debris from Hurricane Katrina, and we bought one of those, and it kind of tells a little bit about it on the back. Probably wasn't. Probably just
a piece of wood.
Just a piece of wood.
And we paid a lot of money for it.
It wasn't a lot of money. It says something generic on it, like farmhouse or one of those.
Yeah. But it was a home decoration made of remnants.
Yes. And so that's what essentially I was going to do with a piece of the wood from the deck. Maybe just put like
according to Dr. Carmine, Josh's big deck was here. That's just what it used to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Well, Holly's going to get a picture printed, and we're going to put it on there or underneath it or something.
Picture.
Yeah, if you understand how not handy I am, then you would understand the feat of building that deck.
I was super proud of you.
Not handy.
There was something about you with a saw and a nail gun that was just is that the year I was in shape?
I
The
think
year
you,
we
yeah,
were-
I think you were in shape. This is pre-COVID, or no, I think it was right during COVID actually.
Okay, yeah, that's
'Cause
when
we had a hard time getting the deck boards. Like we could get everything else, but we couldn't get the deck boards. You couldn't find them. So it took us. We had the thing framed and built. We couldn't get deck boards to put on top of it. But it was piece by piece. Just do 4 or 5 boards a day and be busy and do more later. It's not a great project to take on right when you buy a radio station. I took on a lot of bad idea projects right when we bought the station.
wasn't a bad idea.
Time consuming,
Yeah.
I feel like.
What was the rate we did?
Bought the radio station.
Listen, we bought the radio station in October.
September 2019. The end of September, the very end.
3 months later, I quit my job at the hospital, and then COVID hit. And we had just got done. We just got finished building our house.
Yeah.
So it was like
We finished our house in February of that year.
Yeah, we closed on our house, bought a radio station. I quit my job at the hospital where I made pretty
We
good
had
money.
steady money there. Yeah.
And then COVID hit. You talk about being like scared. And then we're like, let's build a deck.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna be open this summer.
Might as well build a deck. Now we're like, let's build a pool. Probably a bad idea, but that's what we're going to do. And you're all invited.
Yeah, pool party.
Yeah, we'll have a Thunder Radio block party. I live out in the middle of nowhere. Best of luck finding it.
Well, it's not that far out there.
Don't tell them, Holly. Don't tell them where to find us.
Petty
It's far enough out there.
Road.
Holly, what is wrong with you? People are crazy.
Well, they did put dirty underwear in my mailbox.
They're nuts. I
so
can't believe you just said that. Like you're going to get in trouble later.
your dad says that it was a nice deck.
It was beautiful. All right, Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30. That's enough big deck talk. We need to clean that up. We've got Name That Tune coming up. Is that what's next?
Yeah, name that tune.
Name that
Can I
tune.
give a quick update?
No.
Ugh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dr. Van Winkle had sent me a message. To clarify the temperature. Temperature that I had uses ultrasound to tighten and stimulate collagen growth. The M-Sculpt uses the same technology but adds magnets that causes contractions and makes the muscle stronger and gives the six-pack.
Yeah.
I need that. I need the M-Sculpt
You need the M-Sculpt.
on my stomach and my backside.
All right. Well, I'm paying for a pool, so we can work on that later. You could just do some sit-ups. Picking up that wood out there and walking around, that's exercise.
Yeah, I could handle the 4x4s, but not the 6x6s.
No, those are heavy. She tried to pick those up. It was pretty funny. Just threw it right back down. Morning show here until 8:30.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
I'm just looking for new projects to do with all that equipment out there. I'm like, oh, the deck is torn down. Now what can I go do now? I'm ready to knock over some trees. Like, I'm ready to do some work.
Christian Anderson has a birthday today.
Give me a minute, I'm busy.
I feel like you have a bad attitude this morning.
I'm mad at you.
Why?
You told everybody where we live. All right, Christian Anderson. Thursday.
Christian Anderson sent me a message and told me it was his birthday. And he sent a picture of him in a football uniform.
Yeah.
But when I go back to look at the photos that I took, I don't see his picture.
Oh.
So I'm like, I wonder if he was on the team last year. And
High school?
yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to check later.
he was like, "Hey, can you use this picture?" I don't mind to use the picture. I just want to make sure he was on the team.
We'll check later. Yes, Taylor Anthony is on the birthday list, Nikki. Yep. We got several on there today already. On the list.
See, if I go back, that's number 30 is Van Zandbergen. Nikki, was Christian Anderson on the football team last year? Is it this kid? Oh, I think it's this kid.
Prater's read when we come back. She's checking for you. Oh, there y'all. The yawns this morning. I did not sleep well last night. Don't know why. Boom. We just got a special for the M-Sculpt Neos. Spring special.
He says that I can do my glutes on the M-Sculpt. They have attachments for glutes, arms, and thighs. I say I need thighs and glutes.
Tighten it up.
We need to get a before and after of my teeth to put up there.
We do. You have them? Do we have them before and after?
Where there are photos
No, I didn't
of
know
me
if they
before.
I didn't know if they made them. I didn't know if they
Well, those are the ones where it's got like your.
Yeah, that's what we want.
No.
I want them jowls pulled back. I want everybody to see in there real good.
No.
He was on the team last year.
Okay. Thank you.
Holly is the planner, the brains, and the looks. She just needs Josh to push all the fancy buttons.
The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold. Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold.
This is the morning show with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio morning show with you until 8:30. We have new specials from Dr. Van Winkle. Breaking news here, Holly, from our title sponsor of the morning show. Spring specials with Dr. Van Winkle, Middle Tennessee Surgical Associates. If you mention Thunder Radio or the morning show, then you're going to get half off of any non-surgical cosmetic work. So Temperature Envy we were just talking about, which is a collagen, it stimulates collagen growth, so fills in the wrinkles without the injections that people are scared of, the needles, the Botox stuff. Well, you can get Temperature Envy and naturally stimulate it. Holly's had that done before and really enjoyed it. The M-Sculpt Neo, which is what we were talking about, where you can spot reduce fat as much as 30% in whatever treated area, whether you want to do the abs, the glutes, the biceps, or the Emcella treatments, which solves urinary incontinence. So really a wide range of products there, whether you're solving urinary incontinence or you're working on the abs, the muscles, or you want to just tighten up the wrinkles. You can get half off of that if you mention Thunder Radio when booking. So get with Dr. Van Winkle today, 931-954-5125, Middle Tennessee Surgical Associates. They're at 1030 MacArthur Street, Manchester. Go by and see them, and they can, help walk you through the processes. They're super nice over there, and we're going to be over there soon for a show, so you can meet everybody. That's what we need to do, is get you over there for a show, let you meet everybody, meet the staff, because last time we were over there, they were great.
Oh, yeah.
They took Holly through the Emcella treatments. We should Emcella and M-Sculpt you at the same time. This really stimulates you. Right there on the camera for everybody and on the radio.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe that might be too much stimulating for one show.
We'll just do the Facebook cameras only on that. Speaking of, watch the show, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, the Carmine Family Dental Camera Perfect Smile Cams. Holly's got that Camera Perfect Smile. Thanks to Dr. Carmine. You can too. I said that and then you didn't even show your teeth. I said, she's got that perfect smile. And she just, why do you look like that? What's for lunch at Prater's today?
It's Thursday. Today you can get a half a smoked barbecue chicken, country fried steak with gravy, fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, mixed veggies, green beans, potato salad, coleslaw, and side salad. You get your choice of a meat. 2 sides of drink and bread, all for just $9.99, or you can get 3 sides for $10.99. Found Prater's Barbecue at 620 Woodbury Highway. Now, we're going to play Name That Tune. Josh has got we're going to stop calling it a 1, 2, and 3. We're going to call it a small, medium, and long. Short, I meant.
Short, medium, long.
Yeah.
Segments.
So, Josh has got a little, get it.
You got to name the song.
And the artist.
All right. If you know
I
the
feel
song.
like I made it more confusing than it needs to be.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
I don't know.
Keep it simple, Holly.
It was the 1, 2, and 3. It's no longer a 1 second
It's fine.
clip.
They're not timing it.
Y'all ain't timing it?
No.
All right.
To be clear, the first segment, the first little portion is 0.6 if you want to be specific. But I don't think we have to do that. You got a 1, 2, and a 3.
Okay, got a 1, 2, and a 3 second clip. Once you have figured out what the song is, give us a call on the Ben Lomond hotline. The area code is 931-728-1320, or you can dial 728-3526. I was trying to go fast because we had took up so much time on the.
Just take it slow.
Just play it.
Take it
Okay,
slow.
just play it.
Take it slow. Name this tune. Y'all already know that. That is a small part, though. Do you know that song? What are we playing for? Thunder Radio Swag today?
Yeah.
Thunder Radio Swag. Got Thunder Radio shirt you can win. If you could name this tune right here, based on just that one little clip, little snippet. I don't think anybody's going to be able to get that. We're going to have to go on to the 2-second clip. There's really not even a 2-second clip. Oh, somebody's calling. Can somebody literally get this on a 0.6 second clip? Morning show.
Hey. Hi.
Hey.
I think I know the song.
All right. Well, go ahead and tell me what it is.
She thinks my tractor is sexy.
She thinks my tractor's sexy by Kenny Chesney. That is the right answer. Who are we talking to?
Tell him her name. Gracie Bryan.
She said Gracie Bryan.
All right.
Aww.
Gracie Bryan. Well, come on by and get yourself a shirt. You are the winner today. Congratulations, Gracie. Oh. I thought maybe we were going to get
Her
some.
mom thought that was funny.
I know. Yeah.
She thinks my
Yeah.
tractor's sexy.
When she giggled.
I'm
When
not-
she giggled at the
Right.
end of that song name.
Yeah. She didn't want to say that.
She's
So that's the. I'm not gonna lie. That did come on my playlist yesterday while I was on the excavator.
were you like, yeah. this is my
Normally,
jam.
I change that song. I'm not, man. That's not. I have to be in a mood to hear that.
You was in the mood.
Yeah. If I'm on the lawnmower, I might let it go. And if I'm on a large piece of equipment tearing down things, I will absolutely listen to that song over and over.
The first day we began the deconstruction process, Josh didn't want to have his earbuds in because they were explaining to him how to use the equipment.
Yeah.
This handle does this.
Yeah.
You need
And even once I figured it out, they would holler at me and be like,
Yeah.
do this. And so I didn't want to,
Yeah.
I wanted to be able
Come
to hear.
in at this angle.
Yeah.
So he come in after they left and he's like, man, that was fun and all, but I really wanted to put my earbuds in so I could listen to Wallen. So yesterday when he was out there and he had gotten the hang of it and he knew what to do without being told, you better believe he had his earbuds in on Morgan Wallen Pandora.
Is it me or is there just more bell ringing opportunities today than normal? I feel like
don't know.
I
think we were backed up from not being on
I
the-
have hit that bell over and over and over this morning. I feel like more than I normally would. Maybe it's just talking about decks and tearing stuff down, and maybe just presents a lot of opportunities for that. I don't know. Congratulations to Gracie Bryant.
We have a Gracie.
We have a Gracie, yes. Do not call her Grace.
No, call her Grace. That's hilarious.
We started calling her that now.
Growing up, no, we never called her Grace.
Yeah, Gracie's her name.
And so I think maybe the cheer coach or other folks started calling her that, and it's just kind of one of those annoying nicknames for her that she's embraced now.
Jessica said y'all got that big deck energy today. And Ebony said, all I hear are bells, and I'm here for it. So
wow.
I had to be careful trying to read that. I was like, oh, I got to be real careful trying to read that comment right there. I'm going to really mess it up. All right, Thunder Radio Morning Show here until 8:30. We keep the conversation going during the breaks over on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The Carmine Family Dental Camera Perfect Smile Cams. You're listening to the Morning Show.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Holly, say big deck energy 5 times.
No. Big deck energy, big deck energy, big deck energy, big deck energy, big deck energy.
Good job. Jessica said I had to be careful typing it.
Y'all know I can't hardly talk right anyway.
I know. I can't believe you just did that and did it well.
Yesterday, Josh was recording sports, and he went to say whittle down.
Whittle is not a word.
Whittle is a word.
I know it's a word. I'm just saying whittle, W-H-I-T-T, whittle, like to pare it down. That's not a word that I use.
What were you going to say?
Whittle. I was going to say that. I planned to say it. It was.
You said it wrong.
I don't know what I said. I just know it's not a word that I use often.
Because you re-recorded it and re-said whittle.
I said whittle. Sound like I was saying whittle, like a
whittle baby.
It's gonna whittle down, but I don't know what I said. I don't know how I said it wrong the first time. I know I may have it.
If I send you the video of you tearing the deck down, can you post it?
I could put it on the video.
That's what I mean.
It'd probably been good to have had it before the show started.
Well, you should have brought that up during our meeting last night.
Let's see what I said.
Blast on Thunder Radio. I'm Josh Peterson. There are 64 basketball teams left across Tennessee in Class 4A. In girls play, that number will whittle down.
Whittle.
Whittle. That's a hard word to say.
You went heavy on the H.
Whittle.
Whittle.
Autocorrect. I hate autocorrect. It's so ducking stupid. Autocorrect gets me every time. Why does it assume we're talking about ducks a lot? You know? Somebody tell Apple nobody talks about ducks like that. Did you send us the email? Hey.
What?
Did you send us the email? The video?
No, I was trying to get it. It's so funny, the guys that are next to you.
Yeah.
They're just standing there grinning with their hands on they're happy for you getting to do that.
Stacey said we're ducking happy people. Let's see that.
It's gonna autocorrect, but what is?
I'm still waiting on that.
They know. They know. They know we don't mean ducking.
Right. Like, do you even have you have to go back and fix that? You can just
leave it.
Roll
they
it.
know. Yeah.
Ducks. Did you email it?
I did.
No, for whatever reason I ain't got it yet. So.
What? Golly, what? You be patient.
I'll wait.
It's yours.
A little bit later on. Stupid silly stat next, y'all. There's the video. See if I can
I need
present
to
it.
post birthday things.
There it is. Like that. They're clapping.
I know they're happy for you.
I didn't realize there was clapping going on.
It was a big moment.
Can I make that full screen? Yeah, it doesn't make it no bigger, does it? That's what she said.
Push him down.
Quickly.
So, you had a very Irish accent. Push him.
Anyway, that's the. They got to see the video a little.
Don't judge the deck from that video. We didn't have anything. You know, I had lights on it and pretty furniture
already
and
took everything off,
plants,
yeah.
and
I already pulled
it
some
looked.
boards. Some boards.
That deck is nicer than that video gives it credit
I already
for.
pulled some of the boards out by hand because I had to get it. I had to detach it from the concrete on the back porch so we didn't rip the house apart. A little concerned about that too. I was also very concerned about getting close to the house with it. I was like,
When they
oh.
told you I was on it, were you worried?
Huh? Ebony said that's a big deck for someone who isn't handy.
Yes, it is.
I'm still not handy though. Also don't want to be asked to do things. So I don't know how to do it.
Studies show that 9 out of 10 Manchester residents listen to the Thunder Radio Morning Show. The 10th guy? He doesn't even have a radio. Thunder Radio.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. If you were hanging out with us over on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, you got to see some video of the deck demolition that we've been talking about all day. That was certainly fun. Morning Show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. Spring specials, you can get half off of any non-surgical cosmetic work, like the Temperature Envy that stimulates collagen growth. These are all like lunch break procedures or treatments. These are not, no surgeries, no hospital, and they've got great results on these. Holly's had the Temperature Envy and the M-Cella done, and she's about to get the M-Sculpt, apparently, I guess. So
I tried the M-Sculpt when they had the van.
I guess she's had them all done now.
Yeah.
So the Temperature Envy stimulates collagen growth naturally, so no injections, no needles. The M-Sculpt is a muscle tightener, a fat cutter that just you can do on your lunch break. And the M-Cella, of course, solves urinary incontinence. Half off if you mention Thunder Radio or the Morning Show when booking here during the spring special. And that's perfect timing for all this. You want to get that body perfect for the summer. Go to drvanwinkle.com to learn more, or just call them up, 931-954-5125 or 1030 MacArthur Street in Manchester, Middle Tennessee Surgical Associates. All right. We've got games to play and whatnot and jokes to tell here. I think that's what we need to do.
I've got a really good one for you today.
All right, Holly, share.
When is the best time to call your dentist? When is the best time to call your dentist?
I don't know, Holly. When is the best time to call your dentist?
Tooth hurty? Tooth hurty.
Tooth hurty.
We recommend you call before and
the tooth hurty.
Twice a year. Get your scheduled cleaning with Dr. Carmine. Tooth hurty.
Carmine Family Dental. C-A-R-M-E-A-N. All right, Holly.
The joke of the day was crafted for you by Board and Brush in Manchester. They offer events like birthday parties and
just read that script, Holly.
I was just going to read the script.
There she was trying. I could tell. She was like, I'm going to do something different. Nope. Just read that script.
Board and Brush is perfect for just about any occasion, like birthday parties for kids and adults, bachelorette parties, work groups, sports teams. Get over there and enjoy some team bonding. They also offer specialty workshops like glass etching, cornhole board sets, cookie decorating, and much, much more. You don't have to be super crafty. They'll help you at Board and Brush in Manchester. Learn more at boardandbrush.com. facebook.com/Manchester. Follow them on Facebook.
Yes. All right, you ready to play more games?
Yes.
Now let's get it. Get that phone ready. 728-1320. Time for the stupid, silly stat.
And now it's time for stupid, silly statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Kim, did you bring your statistics?
Stupid, silly stat revved up by our friends over at Freedom Automotive in Manchester, 515 Hillsborough Boulevard. They're right in front of College Street Elementary. So they have, of course, your automotive repairs, your wheels, your tires, your alignments, exhaust work, all of that. But right now, they are really pushing their wheels and tires for your UTVs and your side-by-sides. It's about time to get out and start playing in those. Perfect weather. Make sure you got the perfect wheels and tires at Freedom Automotive, 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Locally owned and operated. They're open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Holly?
Okay, listen to me, folks. The answer is not that. Okay? This is a family show, and it's not what you're thinking.
Do not call in and be that person.
A study found couples who have blank are more likely to have happier marriages.
We've had this before. This has been a stat before.
A study found couples who have this are more likely to have happier marriages.
It is a family show.
It's not
outside of the bell
that.
ringing that we do. It's not the bell, so stay away from that. 728-1320. Right answers win Thunder Radio swag. Morning show.
A date night.
Date night. Good guess, but not it. Morning show.
Friendship.
Friendship. Good guess, but no. Good start.
Probably right. Both of those, but that's not the answer we're
It's
looking for.
not the answer. It's nothing to do with your spouse. So there's your little something. 728-1320.
A study found couples who have this are more likely to have happier marriages.
Morning show.
How about if they have a sense of humor?
Sense of humor. You would need that to listen to this show, but that is not it.
You need that to be married to Josh.
Yes. Morning show.
Have a pet?
A pet. That's a great guess. A pet. Not it, though. Pet. That causes quite a bit of problems in our marriage.
We got them and we don't want them.
They're there, though. 728-1320. Couples who have this likely to have a better marriage, right?
Happier marriage.
Happier marriage. 728-1320. If you just tuned in, keep it clean on your guesses. Date night, friendship, sense of humor, pets have been our guesses so far. Nikki says clean cars. Not it. Morning show.
Good guess.
Faith in God.
Faith. That's a good guess, but not it. And I mean, it's probably also
probably
right.
not wrong,
Yeah,
but it's just not the answer we're looking for. We're
This
looking for.
This show's not that deep. Morning show.
Kids.
Kids.
That will hurt your marriage. I'm telling you right now. Not it. Good guess. Kids. Keeps you distracted, I guess.
You know why they always look so happy in the sandals commercials and stuff?
There ain't no kids
There ain't no kids there.
728-1320. I'm just kidding. We love y'all kids.
A blessing.
Yeah, such a blessing. There is a range there from about age 8 or 9 to 12 or 13 where kids are great. They are fun.
When they can feed and clothe themselves.
Wipe themselves.
Yeah.
That's good. Go to the bathroom. You don't have to worry about all that. But they're still kids. They need you to care for them.
Right.
But they're not snotty yet. Once they like bratty snotty. Once they get to 14, 15, it's over. Morning show.
They have meals together.
That's
Meals.
a good guess.
Good
Not
guess,
right.
but not right. Not it today. Morning show.
Double sinks.
Double sinks. She's going to use both of them anyway, Matthew. That's not it. Double sinks. 728-1320. Read the question.
A study found couples who have this are more likely to have happier marriages.
I'm going to say that It has nothing to do with your spouse. This can be individually separate from your marriage. Morning show.
In-laws who live out of state.
In-laws who
Oh.
live out of state. Great guess, but not it. Morning show.
Is it communication?
Communication. You probably do need that, but that's not the answer today. Morning show.
I can't guess because I just won, but I want to guess.
Well, you're already on the phone. Might as well.
Okay. Separate vacations.
Separate vacations.
Separate vacations. Oh, good guess, but not it. Morning show.
Well, I was just going to say me time.
Me time. Good guess, but not it. Not it. Not got it yet, y'all. Morning show.
Hobbies?
Hobbies.
That's a great guess. That's what I was thinking.
That's a good guess. Somebody literally just put that over on the Facebook feed. That's not it, though. Morning show.
Open communication.
Open communication. Not it. Good try. It's not going to have anything to do with the marriage necessarily. Like it's not.
Hobby was a good guess.
Yeah, because you could do
that.
that individually. It's more, but it's not something you do. I'll tell you that. It's not something you do, and it's nothing. Morning show.
A glass of wine.
A glass of wine. Good guess, but no. Rich says friends. You need friends. But not it.
You do.
We have very select few friends. The circle is small.
It's about the quality, not the quantity.
100%. Trey says jobs. You need jobs. I tell you what, you know what makes your job, your life happier? If you have separate jobs in separate buildings and you go to separate places during the day.
And you don't see that person,
And you don't see that person
all
for a
day,
while.
every day.
And then all night.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Like us. Morning show.
Tinted windows.
Tinted windows. Who is this?
Clay.
Clay. Good guess, but not it. Good try. Tinted windows.
That's funny. I need tinted windows.
Morning show.
How about if you talk strongly to each other?
Talk strongly to each other. Not it.
Like
Heather's over here on Facebook had just said tinted windows at the
that's
same time.
funny. Talk strongly like I want my dinner.
Cook me something. Money.
Oh gosh.
We need money.
I don't know what that's like, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it would. Money can't buy happiness, but let me try.
But it can buy a boat. You
Yeah.
know? Was that a song? All right. 728-1320. We got to get an answer, Holly.
This is probably something you have before the marriage.
Reread this, and then there's a hint for you. Something from before the marriage, and it doesn't really have anything to do with your spouse directly.
A study shows couples who have this are more likely to have happier marriages.
I guess it could be confusing because it says couples who have it, like the couple has this, but it's more individually. Morning show.
Self-confidence.
Good guess. You need confidence, and I like that you're confident enough to call with that guess, but it's not it. Morning show.
A big truck.
A big truck. Not it. Because once you get married, you're not going to have that big truck anymore. It's gone. Now you got a minivan. Morning show.
Financial independence.
Financial independence. Not it. Morning show.
A big life insurance policy.
I love the guesses he's coming up with today. That's not it. Morning show.
Goals.
Goals. Good try, but no. Holly, we're not getting it today. We're not getting it. Morning show.
Freedom.
Freedom. If you're married, you ain't got that. All right. So study shows that couples who have this likely to have happier marriages. So some hints here. This is something that's more individual than the couple base. Like it's something that you would have before the marriage. It's not something within your control. How about that? It's not something within your control.
It's something within your parents' control.
Morning show.
They both have a vehicle.
They both have a vehicle. Good try, but not it. Morning show.
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor, not it.
Great guess.
Morning show.
Parents that are still married.
Parents that are still married is a good guess because that would be beneficial, but that's not it. Gracie Bryan says beach house. That would be nice, but not right this time, Gracie. Good morning. Morning show.
Siblings.
Boom. Siblings. That is the right answer. I feel like our hints were getting you there. What's your name?
Rick.
Rick. Yeah. So siblings is the correct answer today. Good job, Rick. Come on by. Got you some Thunder Radio swag up here. Thanks for playing.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Yes. Siblings.
Siblings, because you need to be conditioned to be around people that annoy the bejesus out
Right.
of you.
I think that if you're an only child, you are spoiled too much to deal with a, like, can you imagine, and I'm sure this is a case for people. So if you are an only child, especially probably a girl, she's going to be spoiled worse. And you marry a guy that's got like 3 or 4 siblings.
Yeah.
Like he's used to attention sharing and being, picked on, beat up, bothered.
Right. You have
And then
to
you got this
share
girl
everything. Who has never
been
had
doted on
to
and-
wait to get into the bathroom.
Right. How that's going to go.
Had her own room.
Morning show.
That sure don't go with me because it's the first time I talked to my brother in 33 years was a month ago.
Oh my gosh. That's a long time.
Yeah.
We didn't say you had to like your siblings, Matthew. We just said that if you had siblings, your marriage would be better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. You don't have to like your siblings. It just said if you had siblings, you're more likely to have a better marriage, according to that study. And all of our stats are 100% vetted and true on the morning show.
Yeah.
Here comes all the people over here like, I'm an only child. It didn't say you would have a bad marriage.
No,
It just
that's
said
what
you're
Josh
more-
said. All
No.
you only children. Josh is basically saying you're a terrible spouse.
It's worked out good for me because Holly had a lot of brothers and sisters, and they were crazy over
I've
there.
got 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and I'm the oldest
Yeah.
of the bunch. My youngest, I'm 38. My youngest brother is 21. So there's
There's quite the spread there.
yeah. Josh has 1 brother, and y'all are 3 years apart.
5.
Oh, I was way off.
Yeah, that's not close, but 5.
5.
Yeah. Man, we don't like each other, but we got a
You
good
were an
marriage.
only child for 5 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't, it's not like we had any money or anything for me to be spoiled on. I was just around.
But the attention is on
I'm
you.
sure the attention, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I got all the attention and all the goat milk one could want. Anybody else raised on goat milk out there? I want to know if I'm in a standalone club here or. That's why my hair's falling out.
I don't know if I've ever had goat milk.
Somebody bring Holly some goat milk.
No,
She
no,
wants
no,
to
no,
try
no.
it. No.
No.
There's some farmers that somebody bring Holly some goat milk.
No.
Yes,
No,
she
thank
does.
you. I'm not going to drink it.
That's an on-air morning show experiment. I'll do it if you do it.
I don't want to drink it. I don't want to drink it.
I think that would be a great morning show experiment.
Ugh.
We got to do more of those kind of things, little experiments. Morning show.
I'll have goats fresh in about 2 weeks. I can bring Holly milk anytime she wants to try
Yes,
it.
Matthew.
Matthew, do y'all drink goat's milk?
Yes.
Do you, and
Goat milk in the whole world is the most consumed milk in the whole world.
oh,
How about that? How about that, Holly?
do you?
More stats.
It's naturally homogenized.
Oh, I didn't know that. Naturally homogenized, and
You can drink it right out the milk.
When-
You can drink it right out
if
the
you
goat.
ever drink Purity Sweet Alphadophilus milk, that's what it tastes like. It's
Okay.
got a sweet taste to it.
I like sweet.
Well, I don't like milk at all, so I'm gonna have a hard time drinking any kind of milk.
I don't either, but I'm just telling you what.
Yeah.
My son was raised on it.
Do you got any brown goats? I would like some chocolate goat milk.
Yes, I got some brown goats. I got some white goats. I got some black goats.
There's some
Dark chocolate.
Thank you. There are some kids out there listening right now that say they were yelling. Chocolate milk doesn't come from brown cows. But there was a study, or brown goats. There was a study about that, or
About the percentage of folks,
adults
yeah,
who thought chocolate milk came from brown cows, and it was scary. It was like, I don't remember, but it was some stupid number, like 10% of adults or something, way too high.
I'm gonna look
Go
it
look
up.
it up. Well, we've got a minute.
And these people are, can vote. That's what's scary.
I don't think they're getting to the polls.
You don't think
though.
they are?
could, but I don't think they're making their way down there.
Percentage of people.
I'm getting people who are joining my goat milk club over here. Oh, on the Facebook feed.
Chocolate milk comes from
Let's take-
brown cow. Sorry.
Why don't you just get Siri to do it?
7% of adults.
7%? That's too high.
About 17.3 million people. That's how much 7%.
17 million people think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. They probably think the earth is flat as well. Morning show.
There is a high number of people that do not realize chicken nuggets, chicken tenders come from chicken.
Turn that radio down just a hey, turn that radio down just a touch and then say that again. I was just getting a lot of feedback from you and I want to hear what you were saying.
I heard chicken tenders.
Yeah, turn it down just a little, then do it again.
Is this good now?
Yes, yeah. That sounds great.
There are a lot of people, especially the younger generation, that have no idea that when they see the chicken trucks going down the highway, that's where their chicken nuggets and chicken tenders come from.
I believe it. I 100% believe that. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I believe that 100%. That people don't. The kids in general, I think, do not understand. But there's a lot of adults. There's a lot of adults who don't realize where their food comes from. Like they don't understand that you got to kill that cow to get that steak. That's not, you don't get to have both. The cow has to die for you to eat it. You know, you don't get to have both. Morning show.
When I'm at a fair, I'll set my milk stand up outside the barn, and I'll bring goats, put them on there, and put the milkers on them. You won't believe how many parents and kids will come and gather around, and then they'll ask them, I said, where's your milk come from? And they'll say, Walmart.
Oh,
and they'll say Walmart. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know where it comes from. Thanks, Matthew. Yeah, I think we have the farm news that comes on every morning right before the morning show, and every day at about I think close to 1:00, and that's local farmers, Tennessee Farmers Farm Bureau puts that on, and there's some segments sometimes about that, about trying to educate people about how they just do not understand that the food didn't just show up at Spring Street or Walmart or Food Line or wherever. You know, there was a lot that goes into that. So
I saw a TikTok of a guy explaining that when you talk about your meat, you say beef, you say pork, venison, but when you talk about it's not called cow. You don't say I want some cow,
right?
But you eat chicken, and it's chicken.
It's chicken.
You
That's
know,
true. Yeah.
Pork from, and he says that it's from, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. The noble people, they ate the beef and the roast and pork and the what do you call them? Like
I don't know.
The lesser.
We didn't.
The
lower class.
The peasants. That's the word I was looking for. They ate things like chickens and rabbits and ducks, and they called it what they ate because they
lower class.
Yeah.
All right. Thunder Radio Morning Show here until 8. You can be high class. Go to Common John Brewing Company. Try out some breakfast. They start serving up in about 15 minutes. 8 a.m. Common John Brewing Company will be open for breakfast. They'll be there all day long. Swing on by and see them. Try the breakfast burrito. They got good coffee down there. And, of course, locally brewed craft beers, ciders, seltzers. And they've got entertainment coming up this weekend. I had that around here somewhere. What did I do with it?
It's in your comings and goings.
I know.
Email.
I know. Austin Bishop will be playing Saturday night at 8 o'clock at Common John Brewing Company.
Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival returns June 13th through the 16th, and Thunder Radio WMSR wants to send
to the farm. You'll see performances from Red Hot Chili Peppers, Post Malone, Renegade.
What time is our appointment or our meeting today? 1:30?
Someone on the shuttle to Bonnaroo asked, "What is that stuff?" I said, "It's corn." She was freaking out. She said, "No way! I didn't know it grew like that. I thought it was a bush."
Oh, corn bush. I like to
People
get me
people
about.
aren't, But we've seen some of this. So people move here, and I've seen comments on like the Manchester TN forum, and it was like last year we had a really wet summer last year. We got a lot of rain.
Yeah.
So the farmers I think did really good. But somebody got on the Manchester TN forum like, man, this weather's terrible. Everybody's corn's dead. It's like no, that's not how it works.
What did Tiffany's from New York?
Tiffany did not know what a bush hog was. She was hosting Swap and Shop when they first bought the station back in around maybe 05, 06, something like that. And that's back when Swap and Shop was twice a day. It was 2 hours. It was like 8 in the morning and then again in the afternoon. Or they had like an 11 and a 3. They moved it around a couple of times, but they had 2 hours of Swap and Shop. She did not know what a bush hog was. So people calling in, they were selling bush hogs. And finally she was like, what is that? I've never seen a bush hog. What kind of?
She thought it was an animal. A hog that lives in a bush.
Did you eat that? So you just don't know. Guess what? Thursday next?
Yes. Did you ever have the opportunity to look up the turd head I sent you, the video? You wanted to watch it?
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Nikki said this girl who didn't know what corn was from New York. So I'm not surprised. People come from New York are just not the most acclimated.
Do you remember when we sat next to those guys from New York and
from Jersey? Or one guy was from Jersey.
And the one they were giving him a hard time. They were from New York. He was from Jersey, but they couldn't get over how we talked. They thought they were tripping out just the Southern accent. They're not around it.
Yeah, and our accent is not that thick.
It's not that thick.
Let me watch this video. Maybe I can watch it real fast.
That's pretty fucking reasonable.
No. It's got some bad words in here.
We can't play that.
We can't play this video on the radio anyway. I could be on the WMS R-rated after dark version. The guy said ducking. Did you hear that? Sounds like Tiffany with that potty mouth.
Visit acmestoragetn.com or call 931-283-2845. Act now and protect your possessions.
Manchester's only live and local morning show. You're listening to Josh and Holly on Thunder Radio.
Hit that song on purpose. Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30. Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. Spring specials with Dr. Van Winkle. If you book and mention Thunder Radio or the morning show on non-surgical cosmetics like the Temperature Envy, which is a collagen growth stimulator, no injections or needles required. M-Sculpt Neo, which tightens up the muscles and cuts fat, or Emcella, you're going to get half off of that if you book and mention Thunder Radio. So go on by and see them at 1030 MacArthur Street, Middle Tennessee Surgical Associates, Dr. James Van Winkle. It's going to be great. What a deal that is. And we're going to be over there soon for a morning show. All right, Holly, welcome back.
Thank you.
We've got birthdays coming up in a little bit. Morning show overdrive will carry us to 8:30 thanks to New Haven Mortgage. But right now, it's Thursday. What have you found?
This first turd head it is not actually one person. It's a whole
group of them.
Department of Justice.
Well, that could be on here every week.
Yeah.
Joe Biden's Department of Justice. Let's talk about that.
So I stumbled across the TikTok, and there's a guy. Let me pull this up.
Don't play it.
No, I'm not going to play it.
We learned during the break that there's some unapproved FCC words in that video, so we won't.
The DOJ sues Tennessee, alleging it discriminates against folks with HIV.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
how would one do that, Holly?
I guess what they're saying is what the law that Tennessee, I guess it's that it has in place currently, is that if you have HIV and you know about it, you have to tell your partner that
If
you have
if you
it.
plan to be intimate with someone,
Yeah.
you have to
You have to disclose that you have
information.
that.
And that seems fair to me.
And they're saying that it's not. It's not fair because that's private, I guess. I don't know on what grounds.
I don't think that. Yeah, I guess they're saying they're suing the state, saying that's discriminatory.
Yeah, you're discriminating against folks with HIV, and I don't think it is. That is a.
I love that we're talking politics because I'm about to get ripped up.
What were you telling me last night about COVID?
So there were several states that quickly tried to pass laws that made it misdemeanors and even assault if you knowingly had COVID and went out into public and hung out around people. But that was okay. But this, no, we can't discriminate against. And I'm not hating against anybody that's got HIV or any disease like that. But if you knowingly have it, get intimate with someone where you could transmit this disease and don't tell them, that absolutely should be you're in essence, you could kill that person.
Yeah. What?
Why should you not have to disclose that? That can't stand.
But they're think of
that's what somebody said. They said you're giving somebody a death sentence. How are you allowed to do that? 100%. I don't know how that's even debatable, but that is.
But
that's
what we're wasting our time on, or not we, but the Department of Justice.
No, we pay for it.
Yeah, tax. It's tax season. Read that story. Pay your taxes and think about that. That's what it's going for. If you know.
No, Holly's going to get political here.
It's just.
She told me we're going to do some politics, and I was pumped about it.
That's just turd head activity.
The entire Department of Justice is turd head activity, Holly. Nothing good comes out of that. Nothing good comes out of the Department of Justice. We don't need it.
How do you justify that? Saying, okay, they don't have to tell you. Anyway.
Why shouldn't they have to tell you, I guess, is the other way to look at that.
All right, moving on.
They don't have to tell you that their parents are jerks. They don't have to tell you that they're poor. I mean, they don't have to tell you they live in their mama's basement, but they should have to tell you that.
Right.
100%.
Now, if they have something, say, like leukemia, that's their choice.
You can't transmit that.
You can't spread it.
You can't transmit that. Even if it's a cold, you can transmit that, but that's not a death sentence.
Yeah, you don't have to tell somebody you have a cold.
You can kill somebody that way. I don't understand how that's allowed or even seen that way, but okay.
All right, we're going to talk about the Manchester, Tennessee Forum a little bit. I saw a post.
Some good, some bad, some ugly.
I saw a post yesterday about a bunny rabbit. You may have seen. There were several. What?
The answers to this are great.
There were several different folks post a picture of a white bunny around the Home Depot area.
Yes.
And the post is, did anyone lose a rabbit? He's pretty big, hiding around the Home Depot area.
Clearly, probably a domestic rabbit.
Yeah. The rat, and in the picture, it's got a photo of a white bunny. It looks like it's under a vehicle, and they've put some carrots under there for the rabbit. Somebody commented on it and was like, rabbits don't like carrots. They like carrot greens. And I'm like, well, okay.
Keep scrolling.
Someone says they love strawberries. And
they like a lot of vegetables. They like grass. They'll just eat the grass. They'll eat clover.
Someone said they're actually nice pets, but are best kept in pairs. They get anxious alone and can actually die from fright.
They do eat carrots, though, to be clear.
Finally, the person that made the post is like, I don't know anything about rabbits, but I do know he's eating the carrot.
Right. Like, I don't know if he likes carrots or not, but he's eating them.
Yeah. And I'm just like, if the post doesn't apply to you, like if you're scrolling, you're like, oh, that's not my rabbit. If you're not going to share the post to help the person find the rabbit, why are you commenting on that? Being like, let me drop all my rabbit wisdom on everybody. Rabbits don't really like carrots. They like carrot greens.
I saw one the other day, and I wasn't even planning on talking about it, so I don't have it in front of me. But somebody basically was like, hey, I was just wondering what's going in this lot over by, I think it was Home Depot. I don't know, some random place. I saw they're doing some work there. I was wondering what's going to go there. And the very first comment made me laugh so hard. And it was because somebody got on there and they just said, "Who gives a crap?" That's all they said. And
what?
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Josh was dying laughing.
It was just like, why would you get on there to say that? Who gives a crap? Like that, just period. Like there was no emojis, no laughy faces, no. It wasn't a bad word that I'm replacing. That's just what they said. And I'm like, well, that person gives a crap. They're just curious as to what's going there. Why you got to be mean? People are mean there. People are also a little bit airheaded over there too sometimes. Some of the questions.
Yeah.
I need the number for the county commissioner.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
look it up.
Well, there is no the county commissioner. There's a county mayor and there's like 18 commissioners.
Just get on the city's website.
Trey wants to know if the animal posters got kicked out of the forum. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Keyboard warriors. But yeah, I need the number for the county commissioner. There's not one.
I saw this next Church Day Thursday out of Nebraska. A white alligator at a Nebraska zoo has to undergo surgery to remove $7 worth of coins that were thrown into the
area that he was.
Yeah.
Wherever his environment.
So they performed surgery on an alligator in front of visitors on Friday, and they pulled out $7 worth of coins out of the alligator's stomach.
Do not throw coins in the alligator.
Why did they do the surgery right there in front of everybody?
I don't know. Maybe to show them what you've done. Look what you've done.
About 70 coins that people were. And I'm like, why are you throwing your?
That's not a wishing well.
Why are you doing that? Why are you throwing money into the animals? But I'm the type of person that when I have a 6-pack of drinks and it's got those little plastic rings all around
Holly
it.
goes through and cuts them up.
I cut the rings up because, I don't want a sea turtle or something or a bird getting stuck in the little ring. So I always cut the thing up.
Oh, so thoughtful.
I just don't understand why you want to. That's why we can't have nothing nice.
100. Dustin Murray says, I think someone lost their pet squirrel. It's in my yard. Come get it. It likes nuts.
Well, actually, Murray,
squirrels don't like nuts.
Don't like nuts. They like nuts. What do you call them? What do you call the center? I think you call it meat, but I'm not. All right,
nut meat.
What is it in the center of the nut? The actual
It's not. It's the nut. I think it's the shell.
No, I think you call it. I think you refer to it as the meat
of the nut.
Yeah. It probably should back off of that.
No, I keep going. This is great.
I'm googling it. Hey Siri, what do you call the meat of a nut?
You just can't word it like that.
Okay. I've always heard it called the meat of the nut or nut meat. That's what someone calls it. I don't know if that's what it's actually called. Can anyone help? Maybe the people.
They're trying to help you.
Is it?
Stop, Holly. Stop. They're trying to help you. The commenters are trying to stop you right now.
Y'all, what is it?
Well, here comes some advice from a educated person. Morning show.
The goodies.
The goodies.
The goodies. Okay. All right, that'll work. That sounds like a.
I don't think that's.
That sounds like a medical term. Rich says, "No, Holly, keep going."
Okay, alternative terms include the kernel, the seed, and nut.
I just think it's the actual nut. The outside is the shell.
The whole thing is the nut.
No, like you get like a peanut. The outside is the shell, and the part you eat is the nut. That's the peanut.
The shell, the skin, and the nut. Okay.
Yeah. I'm right. You're wrong again. That's how it's been all day long.
No, I've heard it called meat.
I don't know who calls it that.
Where did I hear that?
She cannot.
Where am I getting this information?
Oh, it's bad.
Does anybody else not call it? No one?
No.
The meat of the nut. Yes. That's got to be a thing.
Nikki says that she does call it that, I guess. But that's about it. Murray starting a trend, hashtag nut meat. That's happening.
Y'all, I'm serious.
Nathan says he's also heard it called the meat.
Thank you.
So we've had somebody over here.
Thank you.
Trey said, I think you're onto something. Just roll with it. And now we're viral. So we'll see y'all on the other side. Thunder Radio Morning Show. We way past due for birthdays. It's past the top of the hour, which means we're now in Morning Show Overdrive, financed by New Haven Mortgage. Heather Phillips and her team, over 60 years of experience, can guide you through the mortgage process. Maybe it's your first home. It's scary. You don't know what to do. Maybe it's your second home. Maybe you need a cash out refinance. They know the steps. They know exactly what you need. They're actual people you can sit down in front of and talk to at their office in downtown Manchester. Learn more at newhavenmtg.com. NMLS 1477317. Birthdays are next.
Reduce fat and tighten skin today by getting M-Sculpt Neo treatments with Dr. James Van Winkle in Manchester.
There's a certain segment of the audience that we've now lost, and a certain segment of the audience that we have gained after that segment. Birthdays. Yeah, we've got to make that a best of. This pen doesn't even work anymore. Why is it in here? Where are we at on the show to be able to hour and a half? Yeah, we'll now get access to that segment on our best of days because that's going to be used. Yes, we will now add nut meat to the sausage fest. 100 right there, Jessica. Very good.
Listen, people are sending me definitions.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And Jessica wants to know if we're going to have nut meat at the sausage fest.
Listen, your dad sent me a message and it says the inside of a nut is not meat. I know it's not meat. I know meat.
We know it's not literally meat.
Like when you say this house has good bones.
We know it's not bones.
I know it's not bones. Yeah. But when you say something like, "Oh, get to the meat of the story," it's kind of that the part that you're trying to get to, the meat of it. And I thought the inside of the nut was referred to as the meat. Nathan said he calls it that.
Yeah,
and Nikki.
Some people call it that. Yeah, 100.
When you pick one up.
It's time to get back on the air.
All right.
Birthday time on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. We're running late today. Sorry if you tune in and you just love birthdays. It's your thing. We are past due for birthdays. We are past the top of the hour. We usually do it at about 7:55, but the nut meat discussion has slowed that down. And we have made decisions during the break that nut meat will be added to the sausage fest that we will have later on here at Thunder Radio. All right. Birthdays for Thursday, February the 22nd. We do birthdays every day, and somebody's going to win a slice of pie from the Mercantile Cafe, Bakery, and Gift Shop. All you have to do is call in those birthdays, and we draw at the end of the day. Give me a drum roll, please, Holly. February 22nd, happy birthday. Anna Jones with a birthday today. Happy birthday to Anna, turning 18. Taylor Anthony with a birthday. Staria Davison over at the Storehouse Food Pantry celebrating. Christian Anderson. Happy birthday. And that's what we got so far. Later today, one of those peoples will be winning a slice of pie from the Mercantile, or somebody else if you add names to the list. Yesterday's winner was Bethany North. So congratulations. And at the end of the week, we draw for a cake from the Food Lion. Nathan said to clear it up. He said, I didn't say I say that. Now, I've heard older people say that.
Okay.
You've got to get to the meat of the nut.
Okay.
So a little clarification there. All right. Celebrity birthdays.
All right. George Washington. Today's George Washington's birthday. As Drew Barrymore, she turns 49. And the late and great Steve Irwin has a birthday today
We were
as
just talking
well.
about alligators a minute ago.
Mhm.
Not crocodiles. I used to love watching that show. That was back before like on-demand TV. And so if like there was a crocodile hunter marathon on TNT, like you sat down and you watched it.
Yeah.
Like it's on for hours. You sit down and watch it for hours because you know telling when you're going to get that again. Did you like to watch that show?
I loved it.
Does his son do something similar now?
Oh yeah.
But it, like this, I don't think that stuff is as popular now. I don't
know.
because everybody's got a YouTube channel.
The son is so precious and wholesome.
just like him.
Yeah, there for a while his daughter Bindi was popular after she's the older of the two, and so she kind of took on the role of, took over her dad's role, but then she got married and had a baby, and now a lot of the attention is on his name's Robert Irwin, and he's grown up to be such a cute, handsome, just sweet boy, and emulates his dad to a T. Where'd you go?
I'm just
You
listening to you
blanked
talk.
out.
No, I'm listening to you talk. I'm trying to figure out my next break because I was supposed to take it at 8 o'clock and it's 8:10. And so I'm trying to time everything out, but
Now?
now. I guess we'll just let it roll however it happens. I do need to give everybody a temperature update because I have not done my part on that today. It is currently 54 degrees, overcast skies out there. We're going to hit 65 today, but not quite as nice as yesterday because it's just going to be windy. 20-mile-an-hour winds, 30-mile-an-hour gust. We will see a 40% chance of rain after 3 or 4 o'clock today, and then a 100% chance of rain tonight. Could see a thunderstorm or two. So that's kind of how today looks, and then we'll cool down a little bit in the next couple of days. Temperature update brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. They're having their big ribbon cutting today to celebrate their new location. Go on by and see them. They're open 205 South Woodland Street. Buy one, get one half off the entire store today at Wisteria Hill Boutique. So get on by and see them. Tell them Thunder Radio sent you.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios, this is Thunder Radio, WMSR, 1320 AM, 107.9 FM, and worldwide at thunder1320.com.
Brian says, Googled meat of the nut. And Holly is right. Meat of the nut.
Meat of the.
Be careful what you.
I know.
Make sure it's on parental controls.
Nut meat. The kernel of the nut, typically edible. Right here in the dictionary.
The dictionary has it right here on my phone.
Nut meat. The part of the nut that is inside the shell and can be eaten.
I'll send that to Scotty.
I posted it on our Facebook. Thunder Radio's Facebook's just going to have the definition of nut meat.
Well, we need to probably pull the segment and you can put it with it. Put it in the comments. We'll make that a best of. That's going to be a best of for today's one out here. I know about that.
There's something called a nut meat grinder. You crank it and it grinds up the nut meat. Yeah.
We're learning a lot.
Look, there's a video. It says nut meat chopper. She put some, look like walnuts up there, ground it up.
I can just go sit down up here and let you carry this show with your nut meat talk.
I'm done, but I'm not crazy for that reason.
Our meeting today is at 1:15, I think. You asked earlier. I think.
I need-
115.
Can you remind me to take a press pass for Davis up there so he doesn't? They don't take his
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
His Renaissance card or.
Yeah, from the postseason. Yeah, he's gonna take pictures for us.
Yeah. What?
My dad sent me that same definition. Nuts are not meat.
And
we know that.
He's watching. He says
Kate wants to know if that's where the nut gets a vasectomy.
in the nut grinder.
The nut meat grinder.
Snip, snap, snip.
Thunder Radio.
Yes, I need to put on a birthday.
A birthday. All right, is it for today?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Her name is Jordan Elwell, and she's 32.
All right, I got her down.
Thank you, and you have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
You so much.
Bye-bye. Leanne said it's protein, so it's meat.
That's what Josh keeps trying to tell me. What are them things that drop in your grandma's yard? Are those walnuts and they're round and the outside
You don't have a walnut tree.
What are those things? And you touch them and it gets black on your hands.
Where are those at?
On the side of her house. Is
there a walnut tree over there?
They're round and they're green, and if they lay there long enough, you get black on you. And then when you take that outer skin off, there's a hard nut in there. What are those? Are those?
That's a walnut tree. I don't know. Hickory nuts. Brian says hickory nuts.
Okay.
My granny used to have a walnut tree. When things were hard.
I thought your dad might message us telling us what it is.
I don't know if he's watching on Facebook or not.
He said he was watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Walnut, the worst. You hit the things with a lawnmower.
Where have you hit a walnut with a lawnmower?
At my granny's house.
Oh. No, he says he's not sure. Am I making that up?
I don't know.
No, because your grandma asked me to pick them up.
No, I don't know.
He just don't know what kind of tree it is, I guess.
I'll take your word for it.
Hickory. We're going with that.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
I'm going to look up hickory nut. See what it looks like. Hickory dickory nuts.
Yeah, walnuts will get you nasty. Just pick them up, put them in a bucket.
Yeah, they kind of look like that.
I don't think she had a walnut tree.
Holly is the planner, the brains, and the looks. She just needs Josh to push all the fancy buttons.
The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold. Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold.
This is the morning show with Josh and Holly.
On the radio morning show here until 8:30. Morning show overdrive financed by New Haven Mortgage. Cash out refinance. That's a great way to give yourself some financial flexibility. Take advantage of the equity in your property. I guarantee you built some equity up over the past few years with the way the market has moved. Talk to the experts at New Haven Mortgage in downtown Manchester today. Online at newhavenmtg.com. NMLS 1477317. New Haven Mortgage. Call Heather today. Give your cell phone 307-5540. 307-5540. I am Josh. Holly, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're here until 8:30. It's been a show today. We've gotten into nut meat a lot more than we anticipated.
You never know where the show's going to take you.
You don't, and you never know who you're gonna lose. We probably lost a pretty good segment of the show. We may gain some new people, going there, but that's all right. Real quick before you dive into where you're headed, I want to give the full weather forecast. I talked about the temperature before we left. 65 today, 40% chance of rain, 100% chance of rain overnight tonight, 60 tomorrow, but very breezy, gradual clearing throughout the day. It's not going to feel like 60. 37 overnight tomorrow. Saturday, not the best day. 48, 49, maybe touching 50. We'll drop down below freezing Saturday night into Sunday and around 60 on Sunday. And then a really nice several days. Monday around 70, Tuesday around 70, Wednesday around 70. Weather forecast brought to you by Patton Pest Control. Spiders, termites, fleas, ants. Call today. 931-247-0781. All right, Holly, what are we doing here? Final segment of the show.
Okay, so I'm scared of everything. If I'm in a situation, I'm going to
Yes, she is.
imagine worst case scenario. Yesterday, while I was on the tractor on the skid steer, I was being too gentle, and our friend was like, "What are you scared of? Like, why are you scared to get in there and grab a hold of the wood and carry it off? What's your reservations?" And I said, "Well, honestly, I'm afraid something's going to break and like ricochet and stab me in the chest. Like I'm gonna get staked in the chest with some wood that broke."
Life insurance is all paid up.
And I was like, so that scares me. And I do that with everything. I'm like, what if I drown in this pool that we get? What if I go underwater for something, get a cramp, can't make it back up, and then I drown?
This is where the girl one gets her really
worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, unreasonable fears from.
I don't think they're unreasonable. Like, for instance, I read a story yesterday about these two kids digging a hole at the beach. You know how you do? You dig a hole and it collapsed.
Why people insist on digging holes at the beach is beyond me.
It collapsed on the kids, and the little girl didn't make it. She was
I've
like,
seen stories like that before.
I didn't know that was a thing.
When she sent it to me, she was like, "This is crazy," and I was like, "It's not that crazy. This has happened before. You don't dig 6 foot deep holes around a collapsible."
I didn't know it was.
Sand is not firm. It's not malleable. Is that the word?
Yeah.
So it can move and shift. So digging a 6 foot hole and getting in it is not a great idea. I wouldn't build my house with sand or on it. So
yeah, I guess I didn't realize how big the hole was. And if my kids,
and it's terrible. It's terrible that happened. I'm not trying to say that like you should have known better. I mean, you're at the beach.
I didn't know that.
The kids are playing, and that's, I feel awful for those parents.
You know, the two kids, and they're just digging a hole. I could see our kids just
Absolutely,
digging a hole.
100%.
And
you just want to keep that to a depth that you can control, where you can get to them. You know.
Yeah. So, I figured maybe once a week I would do one of these stories where it.
Have you watched Final Destination?
Yes.
So
yeah.
Blair said Final Destination is ruined.
Yeah.
Ruined us, and that's it. Yeah,
like that's I can't get behind a logging truck.
I don't like that either. I mean, that looks like you can look at something, but that looks dangerous. That looks like something that could harm me. Holly, meanwhile, is like, this thing is going to snap off and shoot a spear at me. And sure, I guess that could happen.
What happened when we were building the house? What happened to the piece of machinery that our friend was on where
a piece of wood came up, it went through the radiator of the machine, and he had to pay for the radiator to be replaced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was some kind of freak accident.
Yeah.
Like how it got through.
But it didn't go through him.
It could have.
I guess it could.
Yes,
sure.
Thank you. It
you
could.
Also drive every day.
Yeah,
Is that why you drive 24 miles an hour?
I am the slowest driver. Okay, so I found this story. Passenger films wing slat coming apart on United Airlines flight. So passengers aboard a United Airlines flight from San Francisco to Boston made an unexpected stop in Denver on Monday after pieces of the wing were found to be broken mid-flight. All of a sudden, I heard this incredible metallic vibration that I've never heard before. I woke right up and went, "What is that?"
You don't want to hear those kind of sounds when you're on a plane.
The pilot left the cockpit, come through to look out and see the damage for himself.
What is that? I think we need to land it.
So upon returning to the cockpit, the pilot informed passengers the aircraft was being diverted to Denver.
All right, everybody. The airplane wing seems to be falling off. We're gonna try to land this thing in
So
Denver.
there was a play-by-play announcer for the World Pro Ski Tour that had a window seat right on the side, right where it was happening.
Yeah.
So he began recording and narrating
Doing
the
play-by.
experience.
That's what I would do. Just play-by-play this thing.
He said it was only 20 minutes later. We were in the most violent turbulence I can imagine. I'm panicked. I know this isn't good. The wing is partially coming apart. It was shaking so hard. I can't believe, what's happening. And he was like, okay, this is the day. And people on that plane would have to hold me down. I would be hysterical.
Holly would have started. She would have had a heart attack. The plane would have landed safely, but she would have been.
I
dead.
would have died.
She would have had a heart attack. She can't handle that kind of stress.
The plane landed safely in Denver. According to United Airlines, crew members immediately began inspecting the damage.
Well, that's good.
Which the carrier identified as an issue.
Thank you. We got an issue with the wings falling off the planes.
So it's one of those. That's why when you're like, hey, Holly, let's fly to.
How many planes fly in the air every day?
It seems like I'm always on the internet. And there's
because
always
they don't make a story about the plane that landed safely. There's not a story because there'd be millions of them about the plane that successfully flew from San Francisco to Boston. There'd be millions of stories about plane took off, plane went through the air, plane landed. Nobody's reading that.
It only takes one.
I know, and that's why there are crashes, but let's just Google the stats. Google the stats on likelihood to die in a plane crash versus likelihood to die in a car crash. Google that up.
No, we're
Google
not comparing it.
Yeah, we are.
I understand that.
If you're going to travel.
Are you looking it up?
Yep.
I'm in control of the car. If I have a car crash.
But you're not in control of the other people.
Listen to me. If I'm in a car crash, I might survive. If I'm in a plane crash, I'm probably not going to survive.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Your odds of being in an accident during a flight is 1 in 1.2 million. An accident, 1 in 1.2 million. The chance of that being fatal is 1 in 11 million. So the chance of you being killed in a plane, 1 in 11 million.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Comparatively, your chances of dying in a car crash are 200,000 times higher, averaging around 1 in 5,000. 1 in 5,000. This is not even in the same league. It's not the same sport. Even one of these is not even like single A and major league. Like one of these is major league and one of these is typing class. Like this is not even comparative. Just get on the plane and fly. It'll be fine. I mean, you have a lot of time to think about it on the way down. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though. If you do encounter
if you're in a
that.
car wreck, it happens quickly.
You hope.
I mean, you may roll a while or something, but you hope that's
It takes a while to fall 30,000 feet out of the sky.
Yeah.
Or however high up there you are. All right. Thunder Radio Morning Show Overdrive financed by New Haven Mortgage. Cash out refinance. Give yourself some financial flexibility. New home. Maybe you want to get pre-qualified before you go home shopping. Call Heather Phillips today at New Haven Mortgage, 307-5540.
Calling all homeowners. If you're looking to breathe new life into your budget, New Haven Mortgage is here for you. We specialize in refinancing, bringing you tailored solutions to help you save money and achieve your financial goals. At New Haven Mortgage, our team understands.
Pam said I was on a plane while we were moving to take off. It just stops on the runway. The pilot comes on and says we were returning because he saw something beforehand. And thanks for looking.
Who was that?
Pam Sims says that.
I have flown. I have been on an airplane 2 times. Once going down to Fort Lauderdale.
No.
Nope. One down to
Orlando.
We flew to Orlando and we
go to Port Canaveral. And then we flew.
And we flew back.
Yeah. Which we technically landed in Fort Lauderdale to come back. We went from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale to Nashville. I understand that.
And it's not a long flight.
An hour and a half. Hour 40 minutes.
It was the worst hour and a half because any any minute I'm just waiting to explode on the plane.
I was that typical first flight person. I'm taking pictures, and it's crazy the amount of water in Florida. Like you
fly over
you fly
it.
over it. And
Yeah.
it's like, where do they put the houses? Like all you see is just
Swamps.
swamp and ponds
Lakes.
and retention ponds and lakes.
And let's say I was medicated when I went on. I had a doctor prescribe me a big fat pill to take
It was
on the way
basically a
there,
Xanax lick. Like it was just
and a big fat pill to take on the way back, and I was still terrified. I need to be completely sedated. I'm scared of everything.
yeah. I hate to tell you that you're gonna die eventually.
I know.
It's gonna happen.
When I'm gonna make it to 100 and then I can die. That's my goal.
I like how you think you got some kind of control. You don't have any control, so just go do things. I mean, don't be reckless.
I don't like to be scared.
All right, time to wrap this thing up. Good show today, Holly.
I don't know about that.
Nut meat.
It's going to do it for the show today. Very busy one. Catch replays on Apple, Spotify, or Google. Search for The Morning Show with Josh and Holly, or you can watch the replays on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Search for Thunder Radio. Give us a like, follow, subscribe, share the videos, tell your friends. The more, the merrier. The Mercantile Cafe, Bakery, and Gift Shop is where down-home cooking meets Southern hospitality. I've got their menu for today, so if you want some lunch, it's a good selection today. I love the Mercantile because it's quick. Like, you just go in, get your food, and sit down. There's no waiting. So if you don't have 2-hour lunches like some of these bankers out there or anything, you can be quick. Today they got fried chicken or roast beef as your entrees. And on the sides, you can pick between mashed potatoes, creamed corn, green beans, mixed greens, baked beans, blueberry or peach congealed salad, coleslaw, potato salad, cornbread salad, broccoli salad, macaroni salad. It's a lot of salads. All meals come with cornbread, Mexican cornbread, or yeast roll. Or you can do soup today. They got chili, vegetable beef, or chicken corn chowder soup. And if you don't like any of that, order something fresh out of the kitchen. Made to order sandwiches, burgers, chicken tender plates, all at the Mercantile. Coffee shop's open right now. That opens up at 7. Lunch today from 11 until 2. Dinner tonight until 8 o'clock. Mercantile Cafe, Bakery, and Gift Shop, where down-home cooking meets Southern hospitality, 210 Woodbury Highway. Holly, good show?
Thank you.
Yes. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 until 8:30, right here on your hometown station. Coming up at right now, we got Swap and Shop at 9. Some music, 10 o'clock, Rick and Bubba, 12 o'clock, Dan Bongino, 3 o'clock, it's Connecting Coffee County with Tiffany Clutter, and that'll get you through to the evening, 6 o'clock. It is The Ramsey Show. Talk to you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. We'll try to do better tomorrow.